I'm happy to introduce Shripriya Rao, who is a co-founder and Chief Growth Officer for Women Wellness at Karkinos Healthcare. In her current role, Shripriya has introduced new categories for women wellness and championed a screen and treat approach, which has positively impacted the lives of over 100,000 women in the last 2 years, including women living with HIV. Under her leadership, Karkinos has administered over 50,000 HPV tests, a milestone in India's private sector, and is overseeing vaccination of young girls and boys aged 9 to 14 years against HPV. Thank you for your time, Shripriya. And I will begin by asking if you can share your thoughts on women wellness in relation to cancer.
Thank you, Bharat. In fact, very happy to have a subject of this nature in the forefront, particularly. And there are several of these stories that essentially come forward, but one such example that a 31-year-old lady who came to us late last year from a very well-educated family background from Punjab, coming to us presenting a stage 4 breast cancer. We have many cancers that are coming today in the late stage diagnosis. She was diagnosed with the lump with these symptoms few years ago, and she ignored those signs and warnings coming her way. But when that continued, she obviously took the medical opinion but was misguided. And there are so many myths that continue to exist where people have gone for alone natural remedies, leading her to not give any further success. Unfortunately, these are millions of stories that we see in homes of today, where women essentially are seen to be strong, resilient, selfless, essentially those to take care of their family members first, but necessarily not give more perspectives as well as cognizance of their own well-being. We want to obviously change this narrative. Now, some numbers are staggering and some numbers are absolutely alarming to us. One woman in 4 minutes is diagnosed in breast cancer today. One of them in 8 minutes die of cervical cancer every day in India. Why should this happen? This number to many people might seem like cancer statistics, but these are real women, these are real struggles, these are real families that we're talking about who go through this. So we want to, at Karkinos, definitely make sure there are certain systemic, transformative, radical changes that can be brought in to be able to really make a milestone difference and change these statistics and narratives for women in the country.
I think the human element that you have highlighted is so very important, more than the statistics. And you also had touched upon early detection, the importance of it, and also the systemic changes. So if I may ask you to also highlight the broader systemic changes in the early detection space, which can strengthen women's health.
Most of women cancers are completely preventable, or if detected early, can even be treated. Now, this is something that which everyone must understand, and thinking about cancer as death has to change. Primarily based on all the learnings that we've had as Karkinos in the journey of creating a technology-enabled oncology platform, which has been on a distributed cancer care network model. There are several learnings, and one or two of those are absolutely key. Prevention and early detection is absolutely key in this entire journey. 13.5% of the health expenditure goes into prevention as per the NHA's 2022 estimation. But the details are in the fine print. Less than 2% of the population of India goes towards cancer screening. How can the burden ever come down if that's the case? We've had COVID vaccines come and have had enormous difference that it has made. Of course, the danger was imminent, but the entire vaccines for HPV, which in fact indeed prevents cervical cancer, has been in place since 2008. But the adoption has not been a routine, not like a flu shot. And for Karkinos, it is for us to bring this to a routine setting and make this as an entire roadmap towards vaccine, a very important initiative. So far, we've done about 10,000 vaccines in less than a year's time since we've really taken up this journey as part of cervical cancer elimination. And we hope to make a huge change in this particular roadmap ahead. Early detection can make a very major difference, but if left only for public domain to create that difference, there won't be a move the needle that we want to see. All public-private partners, philanthropy partners will have to come together to make it happen. In our own organization at Karkinos, given we have this as part of our overall roadmap and mission, we have dedicated teams across 6 clusters in states, in rural locations, mobile medical unit concepts, newer technological advancements with next generation sequencing, molecular tests, BRCA1, BRCA2, and others, to be able to bring these changes and early detection forward to life.
Thank you, Shripriya, for highlighting once again the importance of prevention. And the data speaks for itself. We have only 2% of the Indian population is undergoing early detection, and also highlights the long road that we have to take. I would close with a last question on technology advancements, because we've spoken about mobile medical units and AI and ML. How do you see the role of technology advancement in early detection, especially with regards to women's health?
With the background that I come with, where I've seen multiple sectoral changes where technology advancements have been exponential when it comes to financial services, UPI uptakes that we see in India, or even in the space of retail, e-commerce, quick commerce, and everything else that's coming our way. Healthcare advancements have obviously not seen that level of advancements. There are, of course, health tech, med tech advances that we have seen, but a lot has to be done in terms of people really adopting to these changes. Giving an example of cervical cancer itself, there are huge technological advancements with sensitive, specific, highly merited gold standard tests of HPV DNA testing, which even WHO has pre-qualified and made recommendations that all women in the age group of 30 to 65, at least in once in lifetime, should take, which can in fact detect cervical HPV infections at even pre-cancerous stages. Now, when you have such highly effective tests which are available in the country, unfortunately, women are either not aware or have essentially continued to adopt a more subjective pap smear test. Now, the perception of the price or the lack of awareness of it one way or the other, or the lack of access of our own primary healthcare physicians being able to adopt to this test and even recommend, whatever may be the challenges, but the adoption to these particular technology advancements have been obviously very low. For those who think that if I am detected, what happens next? One should know that if there is a pre-cancer and a HPV infection, in less than 15 minutes of an OPD procedure, you could in fact get treated, never worried about having cervical cancer ever in your life. And with such amazing AI-based colposcopies, technologies, thermal ablators, and these being point-of-care devices, if we had to even take them to remote settings of a Koppal in India, or even to a location such as Manipur or any others, go to those remote parts of the hills, tribal setups or community in very, very limited outpatient setting procedures that you don't have to be worried ever again. Now, all of these are merits of advancements that people have to take note of and move ahead. Now, particularly in Karkinos, we've been able to provide these at affordable, accessible models. And these are available to everyone, even at the book of online consultation. So a lot needs to be done. I would say advancements are happening on an everyday basis. Researchers are coming out with newer and newer methods for us to be able to solve this problem at scale. Adoption and learning to know that such advances exist and adopting the right methods of technological changes to be able to test ourselves is what is more critical in the journey. I want to end by, primarily saying, while of course all these technological changes and community cancer center models all exist in some form and shape, of course a lot more has to be done. But primarily one should look at this as not as treating tumor, but treat somebody as a lady, because cancer is more than just going to a hospital and getting treatment. one can create more and more hospitals, one can create more and more tertiary care centers, but the burden of cancer and women's health is not going to come down unless we take a holistic approach to this. There is so much more to supportive care, palliative care, mental well-being for those women who go through this journey where they see themselves physically transforming because of all the challenging medications that they have to undergo and undertake. There is so much more emotional support that we have to be able to provide, navigation support that we have to give them in terms of what advances are possible, psychologically helping them through all these aspects become absolutely key to the entire roadmap. And particularly, that is one of our major areas of focus at Karkinos, alongside creating community cancer centers, alongside the technology advancements that we can provide for affordable and accessible care, bringing early detection and prevention as a focus. I think with more than 2 lakh screenings that we have done so far, and in cervical cancer alone, you're right, we've completed 60,000 tests now, and 50% of the women who were tested positive, we're very happy to have seen them through the treatment cycle. These are all important, but the same numbers were not possible unless otherwise we took a holistic approach of looking at these people as women and not as tumors or cancers and so on.
Thank you very much, Shripriya, for your insights. And also, I'm sure these messages would inspire our listeners to move towards early detection and for us to also see this as a transformation and a behavioral problem in addition to the medical care that is needed. Thank you.